All right, guys, welcome back to the No Limits podcast. It's been a while that I've been with the boys. We got the homies Deep and Harshan with me today. How you guys doing, man?
Bro, doing amazing. It's been a hot minute since we've been on No Limits. But you
Yeah,
know what? We're back and we're glad to be back.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to talk about all these topics, man. It's been forever.
yeah. Like we're all chilling today, running basketball, and like we had to stop ourselves to fucking talk about some of this shit. So it's good. It's a good time to run the podcast, and hopefully the summer treats as well. So every week we could be talking about new things.
Oh
Hopefully,
yeah.
man. I'm trying to pump out some of these podcasts, yo. Big no Limits go through the moon, yo.
Facts. All right, so let's start off with what you guys watched live yesterday night, UFC 275. And
Oh
go ahead, what'd you guys think?
Oh my god, bro. Probably the best card I've seen in my life. And
Wow.
the main event, and I know we're gonna, break down some of these fights and get into it, but the main event, best, greatest light heavyweight fight I've seen in my life, and I think honestly, greatest fight I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh, what about you,
yeah,
Harshan?
legit the exact same thing. I agree. Like, oh, the card, this best card I've ever seen. The main event was the best fight I've ever seen.
Really?
The card legit went 5 for 5 in fights. Every single fight in the main card was perfect. Like legit, anything under like a 9 is just like bullshit. Like straight up, you gotta like minimum 9.
All right, well then let's start with the top dog, the main event. Um, Glover Texia versus Jiri. How do I say his last name?
Prohaska.
Prohaska.
Prohaska, Jiri Prohaska, and so I didn't watch it live. I watched the highlights the next day, which I regret because the way I saw the fight, of course, and it was fucking amazing. It would have been even better live. But deep, let's get your fucking reaction.
Oh my god, man. Bro, the fight was so good to the point where after I dropped off everyone, I for an hour I thought about the fight before I ran ball with you guys. The entire day I've been thinking about the fight. To see Glover come out and perform like that at 42 against a guy that everyone thought, a lot of people thought, Yuri had this in the bag. Like this was an easy Yuri win. He was gonna knock out Glover. But Glover showed through his through his dominant grappling. He was very strong with his wrestling, able to take him down, keep him down, hit him with some hard ground and pound, and he has some phenomenal boxing skills. It was back and forth the entire time. Oh my god, when one person looked like they would rock the other would rock that person. They both had their moments in every single round where it looked like they could finish the fight. It was honestly like it felt like Steven Spielberg wrote this fight and they performed it live. Like it oh my, and the finish, the no one thought Yuri would win by submission, and out of nowhere the guy who's seen as the weaker grappler submits Glover with the last 30 seconds. And honestly, had he not done that, Glover would have won the fight. So
Yeah,
amazing,
agree.
amazing, amazing fight.
Harshan.
Oh, bro. Like, yo, from the start, like, we were all watching it live, right? I don't, like, we weren't expecting it to be this good, but legit from the jump, like, round 1 through 5, there was, like, almost no boring moment. Because the momentum would switch so much. Like, I've never seen it. It'd be one person dominating, and then it just switched, like, so fast to the next person. It'd go back and forth, back and forth. And then even on the ground, like, Glover would have him, like, in a pretty good position, and then he just find a way out. Oh, it was amazing. Like it was so perfectly done. And then the fifth round, Glover had it in the bag. Like I already thought he was winning the fight, right? But then coming into round 5, he was landing clean punches where I thought he would knock him out. And the next thing you know, 2 minutes go by, they're on the ground, and then Glover gets submitted. I couldn't even believe it. With 30 seconds left, he legit had the fight in the bag. The only thing I just didn't understand was why Glover took it to the ground in like the
Yeah,
last few minutes when he was clearly dominating on stand up. He probably could have knocked him out if he just kept it stand up.
Yeah, honestly, that guillotine attempt by Glover was
Oh
not a
yeah.
good attempt. Honestly, I think that's what cost him the fight. Just because honestly, I had Glover winning the first round. I think second round was really close, but I would
9-9.
have Glover edging it, and
Yep.
I had Glover taking the fourth. And up to that point, until Yuri put it sunk in the rear naked choke, I had Glover also winning the fifth round. So I thought Glover had Glover had already won this fight. But that guillotine attempt, man, his boxing skills were so crisp in that fifth round. He kept on tagging Yuri. I think that guillotine attempt, that low, just split second of low fight IQ cost him the match.
That
Bro,
was
watching the fifth round, how Glover was landing those shots. Every shot looked like it hurt. Every shot looked like it was about to knock out Jiri. Jiri has a fucking chin, bro.
Yeah, those were clean shots, powerful shots. Like you could hear them. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like back to the guillotine, like that was his downfall for sure. Like I had it 3-2 Glover until obviously he got submitted. But yeah,
Mhm.
he legit had it. He probably, who knows, he could have knocked him out. Like I know he like Jiri
He
had a chin
could've.
and everything, but yo, those were clean punches. Everybody gets knocked out at some point. Everybody has their limit. Like everybody said,
Yep.
Tony Ferguson can't get knocked out. Look what happened in his last fight. Oh,
Yeah, man, that's it's as you said, bro. Like Yuri was at his limit, and before that, when he used to fight in Ryzen, obviously Ryzen doesn't have, the world class fighters that the UFC does, and he comes over to the UFC, he beats two big names, but he's never been pushed to the point where, in that fourth, fifth round, like we saw, like people would talk about Yuri as like this like mythical being, and all of his crazy training sessions of him alone in the woods and swimming in lakes, like complete isolation, no human contact, and Glover made him look human, man. He really did make him look human.
Brother, we gotta put some respect on Glover's name, especially me. I was sleeping on Glover heavy. I'm like, no way, this 42-year-old man, if he doesn't finish it in the first round with the submission, he's getting slapped up. He's getting knocked out. But man, he arguably won the fight. Like, oh my God, 30 more seconds, and he would have still been champion, which is so crazy to think of.
oh yeah, he would have retained. And like the way like the atmosphere of the like arena and everything, he was legit having the time of his life. Like every single round, he was smiling, just like it looked like he was having a blast in there. And he's not even retiring either. Like that guy
Yeah,
has heart, like
crazy.
like to the max, like 100% heart.
Bro, I was saying it, man. I was saying it before this fight happened, yo. Glover has a chance of taking this fight. I thought he had a chance, and he did. He had a really good chance if he just lasted those 30 seconds, man. But even though he didn't, his stock didn't go down. Both
Yep.
Yuri and Glover's stock have risen after this fight. Fight of the year, honestly. I don't see another fight overtaking this fight. I think it's cleared like Hamzat and Burns easily.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no
It's
doubt.
just
that
so
was
crazy to think of, bro.
Like I don't think like if you compare both fights side by side, I don't even think it's close to be honest. Like the Glover
Damn.
fight was just something else, man.
Bro, that was like honestly, the only way I could describe is like magic, man. One would do something, the other would respond. Even on the ground, Glover would be on top, then Yuri would reverse it. He would be on top. Oh my god, bro! It was the perfect MMA fight, the perfect main event.
Yep. Harshawn, so do you wanna take us to the co-main event? Introduce it.
Oh, okay. So the co-main event, I think everybody slept on, the opponent of Valentino Shevchenko. But
Tyler,
yeah, Tyler, but bro, the fact that I mean, a lot of people are like arguing this was like a robbery. People are saying
Yeah,
people are saying like Shevchenko lost, and it could easily look like it was. I've never seen her push this far to the limit. Like it was insane. I think, to be honest, I think she would have won the fight too. But I don't know which eye it was. I think it was her right eye, but
yeah, you're right.
it had like a big ass bruise. Like it looked like she could barely see out of it. And then after that happened, like it was due to an accidental headbutt. I'm pretty sure. But after that happened, Valentina kind of took over the fight, and that kind of led to the split decision win.
Yeah, so about that, right? It actually also came out that I think it was her orbital bone was fractured or broken, so that headbutt did do a lot of damage to her.
Yeah. I think Valentina has to fight the winner of Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes. I think that's the fight to make.
To be honest, I want to see these two run it back because, like, who
Yeah.
knows what would have happened without that eye injury? Like, it was pretty bad that like a few of us thought like the doctor should stop it because it was swelling up really bad. Like, it was really really big.
No one gave her a chance either. So
Oh
fair
yeah,
play to her.
everyone, you know how everyone is with Shevchenko, another sacrificial lamb. You know they say this that, and she proved legit almost everybody wrong. You know she pushed Shevchenko to the limit. Just hats off to her.
I
You know,
mean, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, before the fight, I was like, "Oh, look, another sacrificial lamb." I literally said that about Tyla, and
yeah.
she made, she made Valentina. She like as I said about Yuri, Glover made Yuri look human. Tyla made
Yeah,
Valentina look human, and Valentina hasn't looked human in. I don't even remember the last time she's looked. She looked like she could actually lose. Like I don't even. I can't even remember, to be honest. That's how
bro.
far it's
Yeah,
been.
it's insane. They showed like her previous betting odds. Like she was such a heavy favorite. It was like minus 1900 underdog or favorite, minus 2500 like favorite. It was insane. Like the betting odds, which like favored Shevchenko so heavily, it looked like nothing was like ever gonna stop her.
Yeah, it's fun watching her, especially because she's also a beautiful woman. I can't lie.
Okay, Pravji, shooting your shot, yo. Shoot your shot right now with Valentina. Come on.
Yeah, she'd beat the fuck out of me. I'd
I
rather
mean,
not.
probably all three of us at once. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Except
it's pretty obvious, yo. If I'm not even gonna lie, Valentina would knock me out easily with the head kick. Like, it's
are
not
you
a
are you sure? I thought you're a top three CA fighter. Wait,
maybe in battery size, but not in
oh,
my eyes.
We also have another phenomenal boxer in our area. Maybe he could put up a.
okay, yeah. We don't talk about that guy.
Well,
Let's
I
move
actually
on.
want to talk about something about the Valentina fight
Okay, yeah.
real quick, if you guys don't mind.
Mhm.
The judging 48-47 Valentina,
Oh,
48-47 Tyler, but 49-46 Shevchenko. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's fucking stupid. I think once again the judges are simps and they just found Shevchenko to be a beautiful woman and then gave her the favor. No, I'm joking. I think that's unacceptable. I think that was a very close fight and that scorecard was stupid.
Like I told this to Deep, right? I think the whole card was perfect. I think that was the only L of that main card. Legit, that one judge scoring that. That was the only L of like the whole thing. Like it's so stupid. 49-46. Like come on, man. Like the fight was so close. How could you score it like that?
Disrespectful. But all respects to Talia and Shevchenko, of course. She's fucking killing it. I would love to see them run it back. Or, of course, I would like to see Shevchenko face the winner of Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena. Those are the fights to make.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially after that last Tyler fight, I would love to see I would love to see how a rematch would go, man. I really would.
Yeah, so let's talk about another great women's fight. A former fight of the year. Joanna versus Zhang Li. Let's get you guys' reaction to that one.
Bro, I mean, Joanna, she took a break. I think after the first Whaley fight, or it might have been after that, but she took a break, and you could tell that in that time, Whaley clearly improved a lot. You could see it in her wrestling. With her training with Henry Cejudo, it clearly improved a lot with how she was able to take down Joanna, keep her on the ground, hit her with some good ground and pound, and even on the feet, you can tell that, when you do take off time from the sport for an extended period of time, uh, and while at the same time your opponent is still working and still training and still fighting. This wasn't like the 2020 matchup. This was very Whaley sided.
Yeah.
Whaley dominated the first round, and the second round, a beautiful backhand, spinning backhand to knock out Joanna clean. She was out like a light, out cold. Insane fight overall, though.
Yeah, and honestly, you're right. I felt like going into the fight, Willie seemed like a different animal. I think the last fight took a lot out of Joanna, but respect to both women. They're both fucking warriors. Like we call Tony Ferguson the boogeyman. I think Joanna is the boogie woman, and both these boogeyman boogie women have been put to sleep this year. It's crazy, and a well deserved retirement for Joanna. I hope she enjoys it. And Whaley, I think she has Carla next, and let's see if she becomes champ again. She deserves the opportunity, hundred
Oh yeah,
percent.
she definitely deserves another shot. But yeah, that fight was amazing. But like Deep said, if you just take that much of a break, like yeah, she was gone for a year. Like you're gonna be rusty at any. It doesn't even matter. Not even fighting. You'll be rusty at anything if you take a year off. It does take a big effect, and it clearly showed in that fight. She just dominated from the start to the finish, and then that that knockout. Everybody, all of us were going crazy over it. It was such an insane knockout, and the retirement was pretty sad as well. I didn't like that she went out like that, but can't do anything about it.
Yeah, honestly, I was really sad that she actually retired because the boogie woman, as she calls herself, she's one of the reasons why I got really into MMA. I thought she was amazing, and she was such a dominant champion. I think at one point she had as many title defenses as Ronda. I may be wrong about that, but she was just insane in her prime. And even in this last showing, although she did lose and she got knocked out, and which sucks, but she still she was very humble in defeat, and she was very thankful to the fans and the UFC, and she even came out, I think, on the post fight press conference. She was like, I call myself UFC soldier, and she started crying, talking about how she loves this organization and the fans and the people who run it. So massive respect to Joanna. She deserves the retirement.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. And now, moving on from this great event, I want to talk about something else we've been invested into: the 2022 NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics. Harshan, I know you're excited to talk about this one. You start off, my friend.
Okay, well, just like before we get into the finals, just a quick touch, like about the conference finals. I'm pretty sure it was obvious that everybody thought the Warriors were going to beat the Mavs, or majority did, which they
Yep.
did handle them pretty nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We
the other
predicted
side,
it. We predicted it live on the show. Just,
Yep.
oh
just saying, just saying.
yeah, I mean, Deep predicted, what was it? Celtics were going to make the finals in the second
Yes.
round.
Yep.
I think I said, like the winner of that series was going to go there. So I mean, I wasn't too far off either.
Yeah.
But now Celtics and Warriors. Oh my God. Wait, what? Like we're heading into Game 5 Monday. So it's a best of 3 now. I think Celtics are gonna win. To be honest, yeah, the Warriors have 2 home games, and Curry has been a god. Like Curry is legit the most unstoppable player in this series. He's far above anybody else right now in
Mhm.
this series, of course, not including anybody outside.
Yeah.
Like the second best player would be Jaylen Brown, but Curry's miles ahead. He dropped like 40 something last game. He's looking like 2016 Curry. But he's even looking better. Like that's how scary it is. It's just you have his team selling him, like you have Draymond and all that. That's why I think the Celtics will pull through eventually and win this series in 6.
Okay. Bold prediction. Oh, in 6.
In 6, they're gonna take the next 2. I think.
Wow. Okay, that's a very bold prediction. What about you, Deep?
All right. Well, to begin with, since we're talking about bold predictions, I agree with Harshan. I have
Yeah, sure.
Celtics in 6. If not, I think the Celtics will take it 7, but I think Celtics are gonna take this series overall because, as Harshan said, the Warriors have been carried by Curry throughout these finals. Man, he has been an absolute god. he is easily the best player of the finals by far. Has cleared the likes of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Curry right now is his team, and his team overall is like people like Draymond and Clay. They need to step up, man. Jordan Poole has been stepping up a lot. He's been amazing, but one person that people don't really talk about, who I believe is the unsung warrior, the unsung hero of the Warriors, it's obviously absolutely caring, but Andrew Wiggins does not get talked about.
Yeah.
He has
Yep.
been very consistent throughout this finals and honestly the playoffs overall. He has been performing every single game, doing what he needs to do, and he has been putting Jason Tatum on clamps. His defense has been amazing. The guy is the unsung hero of the Warriors, but even with Andrew Wiggins playing good and Jordan Poole playing good, I just feel like without Clay and Draymond really playing the best, the team, like even though Curry is playing amazing, Curry can't win this finals by himself. His team needs to step up.
Yeah, no, like for sure. Like the Canadian GOAT, Andrew Wiggins, legit has stepped up to like an insane level. Like last game, what he had like 17 and 16 rebounds. He was a huge reason they won that game. I mean, he's clearly the second best player on the Warriors behind Steph
Yep.
Curry. I do want to give Clay some credit though. He has been playing much better than he did earlier in the playoffs, which was horrible. Yeah, he did struggle a bit, but he has had his nights. Draymond is in shambles though. Like if he doesn't get it going, you can only stop Jason Tatum for so long. Surprisingly, he's played bad 4 games already. There's no chance he plays bad the rest of the series. He's gonna drop his 30 points or 35 on like 50% shooting. It's bound to happen. And when it does, if nobody else on the Warriors but Curry is gonna step up, it's over.
Uh, Not even just Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown has been playing really good this series.
Oh yeah.
Um, Marcus Smart has been playing pretty solid. Robert Williams has been a defensive fucking nightmare for the Warriors, especially around the rim. He is the guy can block shots, man. He's a defensive unit. I remember I think it was game
Game 3.
3.
Yep.
Yeah, the Celtics had 7 blocks, and Robert Williams had 4 of those blocks.
And then he had
And
3.
the Celtics also had 7 blocks, 7 steals,
Yep.
and Robert Williams had 3 of those steals. He has been someone that no one has really talked about, just like Andrew Wiggins. But it's as Harshawn said, Jason Tatum, he's not gonna continue playing bad. Even though he has been turning over the ball over a lot and he hasn't been finishing when he should finish around the rim easily. It's as Harshawn said, Jason Tatum will not continue to play like this throughout the series. It's only so long that Jason Tatum will play bad. He will eventually drop his 30 points on 50% shooting, and Curry alone won't be enough to take down that team.
I think Curry's experience is really showing here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
No.
the
Legit
guy,
16 Curry. It's so scary.
bro, he's able to get to his spots easily. He knows what to do at what point. That's the thing about the Warriors, man. They have so much experience, but right now, just Curry and Andrew Wiggins have really put the team on their backs. Clay, even though he did show out in that fourth quarter, and he has been improving throughout the playoffs because of his injury, they definitely need him to step up more, and especially Draymond. Like right now he has more fouls than points, so he needs to
So
step up.
pathetic. Coming from like a most likely a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? One of the best defenders ever.
Yeah,
To put this type of a performance up in the finals, bro, like you can't, like especially when your team needs you most, right? You got all these young guys on your team. You gotta step up, man. You can't let them, like you can't put all the pressure on them. You gotta do what you've been doing. His series like against the Cavs in 2016, he was hitting 3-point shots. Yeah, that was 6 years ago, but I know Draymond still has it in the tank. He's got to show it this last 3 games.
I mean, bro, he's been playing so bad that his own mom called him out for playing so bad. Like,
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
yeah,
saw this.
His mom slandered him on Twitter. It was hilarious.
What
yeah,
did she say?
his mom went like, "Oh, I don't know who this is. Who this is? This has to be a fake Draymond." And she basically said like, "This isn't my Draymond. My Draymond does not go out and perform like that. My Draymond
Wow.
Yeah,
performs like how we should and helps the team out." And
his mom put him on like full blast, and like like I'm not even trying to hate on Draymond, right? He's a really good player and everything. It's funny. He's recording podcasts daily while in the NBA Finals.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So I'm like, here's the thing. Like, sure, like I'm all about podcasts and stuff, but like, if you're in the NBA Finals, you can talk about it later. Focus on the series. Focus with your team. Improve yourself, right? Because you are the reason it is 2-2. Like, come on.
Yeah. If he's
yeah.
performing that bad, maybe he should like stop the podcast for now, I guess.
The stat line is like awful. It's so weird seeing it from Draymond too. The funny thing is,
Yeah.
like, even defensively, uh, him and Jalen Brown have matched up against each other a lot of times, and Jalen Brown has cooked him a lot of times. Like,
Oh yeah,
it
especially
does.
with some shots, like
Oh
some
yeah,
shots Jalen Brown should not make, but he somehow does on Draymond.
it's so weird to say Draymond isn't the best defender on the Warriors right now. He's arguably
Honestly,
not even second.
honestly, I'd probably say the best defender right now, Andrew Wiggins.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's so weird saying Dre's not the best defender on the Warriors. Like, oh, it got so bad last game. Actually, I forgot about this. They subbed him out in the fourth quarter with like 5 minutes left when the Celtics were leading, and they ended up winning. Yeah, they
Yeah,
brought him back. They brought him back near the end of the game, but they had the lead with him out of the game.
yeah, man. Draymond, like he's one of the best defenders of the generation, and if you see him throughout any regular season game or the playoffs, he's very vocal. He's a floor general. He has great ball IQ and he sets up plays very well. But this series just has not been it for Draymond, man. He really needs to step up and he needs to listen to what his mom said, that this isn't the Draymond that we know.
Yeah,
So like he really is kind of like the X factor now, right?
he's. I mean, I think both teams do have a lot of X factors. I would say he would be the second X factor. I have Wiggins as the biggest X factor for that team.
Okay.
Yeah. If Wiggins continues to play really well, which he has so far, the Warriors could push the Celtics, man. Jordan Poole has been playing amazing these playoffs. Great shooting ability, great slashing ability, great cutting ability. But and Clay is starting to pick up the pace as well, but Draymond really needs to pick up the pace if the Warriors want to win this. If the
I mean,
Warriors want to win this, they need Draymond.
oh yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing, like ESPN, like yo, they're completely disrespecting the Warriors. I think like the title odds were like 88% Celtics and 12% Warriors or something
Yeah,
absurd like that.
yeah, I was like that.
The thing is, unless I'm wrong, I think the Warriors have only dropped one home game this playoffs. It was to the Celtics, right? But they have two home games now. They play one away and two home. It it's like clear that they have the advantage now because yeah, like I do think the Celtics are a better team, but you do have two home games. You've only dropped one so far. All they really have to do is take their two home games and they can win this series. But again, I do think like Dre. I don't know, man. I have no confidence in him right now. Even Clay's been having it rough, so I do think the Celtics will take it.
But not even just that. On the Celtics side, Jason Tatum has not been finishing when he should easily
Yep.
finish around the rim. And honestly, the Celtics have had many low ball IQ moments where they would either chuck up a shot when they have ample time left, or they would make a really, really bad pass or turn over the ball in a very stupid way. The Celtics, honestly, their ball IQ has been holding them down a lot,
It
and
has been.
especially the last game. I think
Oh,
I don't remember how much time was left, but the score was 100-97. They were only down by 3, and for a good like minute and a half, they had I don't remember how many possessions, but they had a good amount of possessions, and not once did they decide to take a mid range or drive in, get an and one call. Literally every single shot they took was a three to try to tie it, and then the
yeah.
Warriors would just And the Warriors weren't also making their shots, but then the second the Warriors started making it, they made their run and they won the game.
I mean, yeah, you can only stop Curry for too long until he makes another one. But yeah, like near the end of the game, the Celtics could have had it. Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart, they tried playing hero ball. They started chucking up like the dumbest 3-pointers. It's not what you have to do, bro. All you can just go to the rim. You can get an and one play. You just gotta take your time. Like the Celtics have made some of the dumbest decisions. So many turnovers. So many easy missed shots. This series should be 3-1 realistically. Should be
Yeah.
3-1 Celtics because they have so many good players. Like even their bench, like Grant coming off the bench, like that's so big. You got Derek White, Peyton Pritchard. You have all these amazing players. They should legit win this series. They have the better roster, the better players. The only thing Golden State has is experience and the best player between both teams. That's about it.
Yeah, and with that experience and having the best player, they've been able to hold this at 2-2. And it's as you said, Harshan, it's best out of three, but two of those three games they're playing in San Francisco. So the Warriors can definitely take this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sticking with it. I've said Celtics in 6 since the start of the series, and I'm gonna stick with it. I do think they're gonna win in 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with it because I did say Warriors and Celtics finals on this podcast, but
Insane.
Yeah,
I don't know if I actually called Celtics winning. I don't actually remember that, but I've been saying Celtics in 6, just like you are, Sean. So I'm sticking with it. But every time the Celtics starts doing some dumb shit and turning over the ball over stuff that shouldn't even happen, or just chucking up shots and trying to be the hero. Oh, man, it's hard to say that honestly, especially after the last game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. So you guys, so the finals have been on fire. That's safe to say, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'd rate these finals pretty high so far. I've enjoyed them personally. Right, I
Yeah,
don't speak for everybody, but I think they've been pretty good.
Yeah, the finals, they haven't been like the conference finals, with even though the Celtics and Heat went to 7, they were like heavily injured throughout the series, which made it less enjoyable. And every single game other than last game was a blowout. The Warriors and Mavs finals was literally Luca versus all. Like I swear,
Yeah.
I remember me and my coworker actually joked about this, but we were like, this is dead ass the Mavericks' game plan. Luca, you go off, everybody pass to Luca or shoot a three, and that's it. That's all the Mavericks did, and they got blown out by the Warriors. But this final series has been really enjoyable, really back and forth. I'm excited to see the game tonight. I'm very excited.
yeah. So let me tell you what else is on fire right now. It's YouTube boxing season this summer.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of rumored bouts or like official bouts like KSI card, Jake Paul card, but something that just got made official is Austin McBroom versus AnesonGib. And that's a big one. Let me start off with my reaction. My prediction. I want to give an official prediction of this card, of this fight. So I think this is a really big fight. I think it's the biggest fight that can be made without the Pauls and KSI involved. And I think Austin McBroom showed that he is like a very talented boxer just by fighting Bryce Hall. I know Bryce Hall's not good competition, but Anison Gibb also showed how much he improved. That's why it's like so hard to choose between these two, and it's such a 50-50 fight. But in my mind, I don't think Austin McBroom would choose an opponent that he doesn't 100% think he can beat. And also, as we've seen, people that like if Anderson Gibb can't pressure the opponent like how we pressured Taylor Holder and all his other opponents, I don't think he can handle power as well. That's why I'm leaning towards Austin McBroom winning this fight.
Okay, Prav. Honestly, I do agree with you there. With everything about the pressure, and as you said, but I will be saying that I think Gib will win because Gib just has so
Mm.
much experience and he has so much time in training and he's just been in this sport for longer than Austin. But Austin looks so good against Bryce, man. His footwork was immaculate. His striking was phenomenal. Like he for a first time fight, like he looked amazing, man.
What about you, Harshan? What do you think?
I mean, I'm not 100% certain who would win right now. I mean, if I had to throw a guess, I think I'd say Gibb, to be honest. Like,
Damn.
yeah, he does have the experience and everything. And like you said though, like Austin wouldn't pick a fight he's like 100% confident he would win in. I mean, I think that's just like the mindset you're supposed to have as a fighter. Personally, like, cause yeah, you just gotta believe that you can beat anybody. But even then, Gibbs got the experience, and he dominated his last fight pretty clearly. I don't know what the judging was about that. Good thing it got fixed, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just leaning towards Gibb. I mean, either way, like you said though, it is 50-50. It's really close. Like, I don't know if people are sleeping on one person or the other,
Hmm.
but no, it's like really close. I'm not even 100% certain
Do
Gibbs
you
gonna.
think do you think this is the biggest YouTube fight that can be made without the Pauls and KSI?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I think so. Honestly, I think you're right about that, Prab. Because honestly, like YouTube boxing, like a lot of people will think about Jake and KSI and Logan. But other than them, like the only other people I could say are like really elite and have big names that can make huge fights are Gibb and Austin. And now they're putting on that fight. I think it is the biggest fight you can make in YouTube boxing without the names, without the Logan brothers. I mean, not the Logan brothers, the Paul brothers, or the Paul brothers, or KSI.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. Like, I mean, Deji's a bigger name, right? But we've seen his boxing skills, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I do agree. Like, no, like no shots at Deji. Like, he does have a bigger name, right? But even then, we've seen the boxing, so yeah, it makes sense. These two are probably the biggest you can make
Yeah,
without the yes.
maybe after them, it's probably like Deji versus Bryce Hall. That's the only other fight I can really think of that would be like
Uh,
a big name fight.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but the undercard is also like looking to be pretty interesting. There's like rumored people like Tyron Woodley are gonna fight on it. Like Taylor Holder will be back on it, and like football players, rappers. But then a fight that got official is Blueface versus Nick Young, which is crazy.
I believe it. I mean, first of all, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this. They look like brothers. They legit look like brothers. Like if you look at the poster, yeah, they actually look like
Yeah,
brothers.
they do.
It's
They do.
it's so random. You got Swaggy P and Blueface facing off, and then on top of that, you had Blueface's mom cheering for Swaggy P
Oh
and
my
hoping
god.
Oh
hoping
man.
she beats the shit out of Blueface or he beats the shit out of Blueface. I don't know. That was just funny to me. It's such a
Yeah.
random fight, though.
That was crazy. It is random, but it's gonna like bring in viewers because I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
remember when Nate Robinson fought and how like NBA players were talking about it, and NBA players are like on top of like the clout mountain. Like Steph Curry was tweeting
Oh yeah.
about that fight. Like
Oh yeah. No, I think yeah, like NBA players, yeah, they're well known worldwide. But
yeah.
uh, I mean, I do think Swaggy P will attract attention of basketball players. I don't think he'd do it the same as Nate Robinson because
Yeah.
Nate Robinson's like obviously a much bigger name, more iconic and everything.
Hmm.
And then but like for like the rap side, Blueface, I think not to say he's not likable, but I think a lot of people will tune in hoping to see Blueface get his ass beat.
Yeah. I don't think he's getting his ass beat. I think he's gonna win, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
think I disagree with as well.
I mean, we know one person that's gonna tune in, his mother, so she's
Oh
Oh,
definitely
my
gonna want
for
to
sure.
see her son get beaten up.
Dude, just
Oh
imagine
man,
though, like imagine like being in a boxing match and your mom's rooting against you. Oh, bro,
that's
I'd be in shambles personally.
bro, I'd give up, man. I'll be like, you know what, you can take this win, but I'm out of here, bro.
Harshan, you're a rap guy. Why does his mom hate him? Do you know?
I think I kind of like I remember seeing this somewhere. It was they had like problems within. I'm not 100% certain what it was. I think it was that Blueface's mom. kicked him out of the
Mhm.
house. I think it was that, or his mom had problems with his girlfriend, and I think they got into a fight. Actually, it was one of the two. I think it could have been both. Actually, it was some drama like that, and then ever since then, his mom and Blueface, they haven't gone along.
But honestly, that's fucked up of his mom to post that shit. Like
Yeah,
all
I mean,
jokes aside.
don't know the full story. Like, I'm not sure who's at fault. To be honest, like maybe she's in the right. You don't know, but if that's your like son, like come on, not to the world.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, and before we wrap up the podcast, I just wanted to um pay a tribute, pay my respects to the late great Sidhu Moosewala. Um, for people that might not know him, he's uh he's basically, I would like to say, the Drake of our people, the Drake of the Punjabi industry. And with this loss, not only did the Punjabi industry lose such a great talent, but a mother and father lost a son. And what Sidhu Moosewala has done for this industry will live on forever. He brought in like rap and hip hop culture within Punjabi music. He did it so different from everyone else. He exceeded every expectations. Like he put our people on the map. That's why eh, his loss did hit really different. Like yeah, and I just wanna say like rest in peace. And I'm sure his legacy will live on forever. And if you guys have a few words, say them.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace to a legend, man. Sidhu, his music would be playing all over, man. At any like banquet hall party or anywhere you'd go, even like right now, since he's passed, like you can go to like any block over here, somebody will be playing his music. He was such a legend, an icon, like for us Punjabis. Yeah, oh my God, he's done so much, like more than like people expect. Actually, like he's changed the rap game for Punjabis so big, and yeah, like Prab said, a mother and father lost their son. My grandma actually told me this. She's like, to us, he was a singer. Yeah, like, we didn't lose his music, right? That's all we really knew of him. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was here and there, but the ones that are actually hurting the most are obviously the mother and father
exactly.
because they won't see him every day anymore. It actually hurts them so much. It's just so sad to think about.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, man. Honestly, rest in peace to an icon. He came out and he changed the game. Man, like I could only think about like the times whenever I'd bump his music and just have a good time, and even people of like different cultures and different backgrounds enjoyed his music and would come up to us. And like in high school, like you guys know, like a bunch of different people would be playing his music and would enjoy it. Oh, his music was amazing, man. It really changed the game. And as you said, like a mother and a father lost their son, their only son. That's gonna be the end of their bloodline right there. So it is really sad that he died, to some dumb gangster man, Goldie Burr. Oh man, it should not have been like that, man. And even his fiance came out and said that she will not marry any other man, and that's
Yeah,
just love. That's how in love she was with Musiala, and that just goes to show the character of Musiala. And I'm hoping the stories of his greatness get to go on, and we get to learn how great Musiala was. Those untold stories that people never tell. So rest in peace to him, man.
yeah. And what is crazy is like all the collabs that he had coming up. Like, um, Rick Ross was one of them, which is crazy.
Him and
Nav,
Nat working together. Yep.
yeah, working together with Nav. I know for a fact he would have got a collab with Drake, hundred
I was
percent.
Oh,
say that like there was always talks about it actually since time.
Yeah,
It eventually would have came together. Just like it would have worked out in one way.
yeah, and he had like beef with Carnagela, but that it came out in the media that they cooled their beef like months ago, and they were working on a project, which is crazy because like our people, that's all they've been asking for, like a Sidhu and Carnagela collab.
Mm-hmm.
we'll never get that now, which sucks. But you know what? I know his father said that he's gonna make sure his legacy lives on, and then that's all we can do. We can respect that, and a big fuck you to all the people that are releasing his unreleased music.
Oh
Like,
yeah, come on, man, do better.
I also saw this post today in the morning. It was like some like white dude is like
Oh,
making
that,
like
the
he's
ghost
like,
spirit
yeah,
thing, right?
ghost thing. Like, what is he doing, bro? He's like acting like he's talking to Sidhu as a ghost or some stupid.
Oh yeah, that's what you guys are talking about. Yeah, that show is so stupid, man.
Like, what are these people? And then I see so many like clickbaits on YouTube where guys are getting like millions and millions of views just clickbaiting the stupidest shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know, man.
don't clickbait, views, money, like yo, that's all these people are trying to do, and they're doing it in lies. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we are gonna say fuck you, a big fuck you goes out to Goldie Brar.
Oh yeah, the
You.
biggest fuck you goes out to him.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I think that's a good episode right there. I think we talked about a lot. We're gonna for sure be doing these more consistently. I feel like this is gonna be a good summer of events, whether it's fighting, any other sports that we watch. Not I was about to say NBA, but the NBA season is coming to an end, sadly.
Sadly, yeah.
When does NFL start again?
That's September, August.
September. Okay. All right, and thank you so much for coming on, Deep Parshan. You guys know I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
We like being here. We appreciate being here, man.
Yeah, and all right, guys, peace out. There's no limits.
Later.